What's going on, guys? Jimmy God here, and today I'm going to be showing you the Pan Asian Creations Dancing Lighted Musical Christmas Tree. Probably one of my favorite Christmas items that came out in the 2022 Christmas season. I also heard this was sold in 2021 as well, which I didn't know about, so that's nice to know. I actually got this the day after Christmas, and I got it on sale at the Home Depot. Yeah, it's actually really amazing because when I first saw this thing, I really liked it, and I was hoping to get one before the end of the season. And lucky me, of all the things that I wanted on my list that were sold at the Home Depot, this is one of them. But this is pretty much all I got. But still, it's a nice piece to say the least. And not gonna lie to you, when I first saw this thing, I honest to God thought it was made by Sound and Light. But no, when I looked at the tag, I was kind of surprised to see that Pan Asian of all companies would make something like this. Then again, it's not too out of the norm for them to make something like this. I mean, after all, they did do musical lighted crystal characters, one of which I have, the Nutcracker Soldier, which plays the original Nutcracker theme, and I believe they also did a musical lighted crystal train, which I used to have, but I no longer do. Now, as far as repairs goes, the only thing I had to do was place a knocked out LED light back in its socket. It's this little light right down here in the bottom center. The LED that goes into it was actually somehow completely knocked out. So what I had to do was go in there and put it back in its socket, and it couldn't work any better. Also, the original demo batteries were completely shot. Big surprise there. So I had to give it 3 brand new AA batteries, and here it sits. Now this item dances back and forth into place 3 songs: Carol of the Bells, Deck the Halls, and We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Now it has 2 modes, like all Pan Asian items, of course. In demo mode, it plays a small portion of the song to give you a good taste of what it's got to offer. But what's interesting about full mode on this particular item is that it actually has a light flashing sequence when you first turn the switch to on. The lights will blink in some beautiful continuous pattern, and I'll give you a taste of that in just a minute, so you can actually see just how amazing this Christmas item is, and just how well worth buying it truly is. So, yeah, here's this little Christmas beauty in action. Alright, now here it is in full mode. Get ready to be dazzled. I'll show you the light pattern first before I show you the full activations. So yeah, if you don't want to have this thing playing music and dancing, you can use it as like an ordinary Christmas tree. And leave it on this mode exactly like this. It'll look beauty for a temporary amount of time before the batteries start to die. Then you'd have to replace the batteries to keep it going. But that is very, very creative and very innovative stuff for Pan Asian to do something like that, to program a feature like this on one of their animated items. It's truly something to behold, I'll tell you what. And I think we just went through the whole light pattern, so I guess I'll show you the full activation of the songs now. Truly amazing stuff. Just truly amazing stuff. So if you managed to buy one at the Home Depot this past year or back in 2021, congratulations! You managed to grab a holy grail that will definitely be the big talk of your next holiday tradition. If not, best hope they come back next year in 2023, and if not, you can always find one on eBay and buy it that way. But there you go, guys. That's the Pan Asian Creations Dancing Musical Lighted Christmas Tree. And I have to say, this is probably in the top 10 of my all-time favorite Pan Asian Creations items. That's not saying much, since I don't really collect Pan Asian stuff that much, but I do know they're still around today, fortunately, because they do make some decent stuff every so often. Just as much as Jemmy and Dandy, I'd say. In fact, I think it's safe to say that Pan Asian is like the only company to make products that don't pander to the lowest common denominator. And I gotta give them respect for that. Thanks for watching.